What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of the Chatterbox, a Team Origin event, baby. Brought to you by Team Origin. You already know who we got tonight, but we'll save that for a little bit. Just so you know, 10% off JD the Gamer merch, 25% off your own creation of your own merch. Go ahead and hit up TKS Atelier on Instagram if you want your yam talking about. Is there anything else I gotta say before we get started? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and get the episode started, but first, let's get into a little intro time. Hope you guys enjoyed that beautiful intro that just got produced starting season 2. Everybody's mic still seems to be muted right now, and I'm very
Absolutely
angry
not.
because I did the signal. What is going on, everybody? We got CGI in the building, we got Nelly in the building, we got reality in the building. Let's go around the horn real quick. How you guys doing tonight?
As usual, everyone stalls. Yo, I'm doing good, baby. I'm doing good. What's good with you?
Well, he said around, and so I figured it was gonna be like CG first, and
all,
then
we can't say it around the horn because that's like trademark. Just say it.
Okay. Okay. Nelly, how are you doing tonight?
Yo, I'm chilling, my G. I'm chilling. How about
Sorry,
yourself?
I gotta sit here and hold hands during the podcast. I'm doing very well, Nelly. Thank you for asking. CGI, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, guys.
That's
Doing
good.
good.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Reality, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling fantastic.
Yeah? Why so fantastic? Wow, that was very enthusiastic.
I'm just glad. I feel like I haven't been here for a minute, and I missed the first episode. It sucked.
You did.
Didn't
Let's
have this last
yeah,
week.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm back, ready to go, just ready to get the night going. Excited to be here.
Okay.
Welcome back.
No, that's copyright. Nope, we can't do that.
No.
Stop.
No. Hey,
Rewind the tape.
15 seconds.
Oh, you're
That
right.
was
You're right.
under
You're right.
15 seconds.
You're right. I like the technicality. So as always, we do have topics for tonight. As usual, our categories are games, movie and TV, and sports. So tonight in the game section, we have, of course, Apex Season 3, how we liking it, the new character Crypto, all the good stuff. In category 2 of the movies and TV, we have what is the best streaming service in your opinion? Of course, there's numbers, there's stuff that has what's better, what's actually the best in terms of money, but we're going to just talk about what our favorites are. And in sports, we have soccer in the US. Is it finally growing? Is it finally catching on? Obviously, soccer is probably the biggest sport in the world, but has never really been able to eclipse the popularity over here in the US. But is that growing? We will talk about that. And then, of course, as always, if you guys have a question that you want to enter into the hat, exclamation question, space, write your question, hit enter, and we will pick from those questions and talk about it last in our 4th category. Do you guys have anything you want to add before we get started into topic 1? Okay. Moving on to topic 1. Apex Legends. How are we feeling about it? So, obviously, I'll go ahead and start first. Obviously, we got Season 3 that just jumped off, what, maybe a week and a half ago? Week and a half ago,
like
2
that.
weeks?
Week and a
Somewhere
half, two.
between there. With the introduction of Season 3, they went ahead and added a new character in Crypto, as you can see right below. I think we all have different opinions on Crypto because obviously every character in this game is going to be built to a certain type of play style. Crypto fits my play style personally. I love being able, I'm not super aggressive, but I'm not super laid back. I feel like Crypto is perfect for what I like to do, which is kind of survey the scene first, see what people are, and then go in and attack. So I personally, Crypto's my favorite character. Obviously, we'll get around to everybody else and how you guys feel. And then they've also started to introduce a lot of new game modes, and one that is going on right now, the Fight or Fright Halloween event. Pretty cool. You start off as a regular legend, you fight other legends. If you kill somebody or if you get killed, you get turned into a zombie, then you chase around the regular legends. It's pretty dope. Of course, like everything else, it starts to get old if you continue to play that mode, but the introduction and the newness of it I thought was pretty dope. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I know we all play Apex. Nelly, you used to play Apex a lot. I'm not sure if you've even, I don't know if you've jumped on for season 3 yet. But
I have not.
You have not.
I would do more of the aspect of the person who hasn't played it yet. What's there to look forward to?
Got you. Okay. So you know what? Let's go ahead and start with someone that plays Apex, and then what I want to do right now, since I gave my opinion, I want to go to one person that's played Apex. Then I'm gonna jump back into Nelly and to see what you think about it from someone who hasn't played it, and then we'll end it with the last person who plays Apex. So let's start with reality. Okay, so let's start with CG. CG, what are you thinking about season 3? How do you like it?
So, why do you always come to me when I put something in my mouth?
Why are you always putting... Never mind.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
So
wait, am I up?
The reason why I was saying that, so here's the reasoning behind having CG go, is if you go from JD to CG to me to Nelly, we go from 2 players that play consistently, and then one that like has kind of played season 3 like once, and then somebody hasn't played at all. So you're kind of getting that downhill slide.
Got you.
But
okay.
Yeah, just trying to kill some time so CG can get the food out of his mouth. Go.
I like it. That was smooth.
So I think all in all, the patches that they made has fixed a broken game. So obviously, reality broke in hearing issues. I can't say if it's fixed or not. My broken crashing issues early in season 2. I feel like they have worked their butts off making a game that we want to play. I'm back into playing it. Unfortunately, right now I'm not playing it as much because of other games I'm playing on my personal stream. But as in all, I think the season 3 is awesome. It has a lot more. It has a new map. It feels a lot more like actual battle game. Like instead of like a kind of cartoony battle game, coming into like an actual city, which is pretty cool. Makes it feel like an actual battle game.
Okay. What do you think about Crypto? Do you like him? Do you not like him?
I think he's a great character. I don't like him, and I feel like there's one thing that they could change on him. And I know you like him as your main character now, or going into learning to be your main character soon. But I feel that he needs a speed boost, or he needs something that will let him go faster. If you're gonna be in the background, surveying the field, telling us where people are, your little drone, cool, you could get out of it every now and again. But then you need to catch up to us. And I don't want to be like sitting there waiting. I see 3 people, I know where everyone's at. I could go in there right now and like mess them up. I think what they could do to give him a little boost is when he comes out of drone, give him like a 10% speed boost just for like
I like that.
Like I don't know, 30 seconds. Maybe that's a lot, maybe 20 seconds. I don't know how they would balance it.
What if they just gave him something like a Octane thing? Not saying exactly that, but like a quick little like speed burst. Like you have 5 to 10 seconds. I don't know how long Octane's is, but like a quick little burst that allows him to speed up. I like that. That's actually a really good idea.
I think that'd be a cool idea for him to have. Maybe take away his passive, because his passive is just what his drone does anyways.
Mm-hmm.
His drone lets us spot people. His passive is the same thing. It's just your teammates can see him. Your drone could do that. You don't have to have a passive and the drone at the same time. Now, if it was like your passive would let you see your eyes spot someone and I can see him through the wall, that'd be a great passive. But if they're going to do that, his passive should be, as soon as you come out of your drone, you got a small speed boost so you can catch up to your team. That's my opinion on him.
I like that. What if they had it to where if the drone sees it, like in a small, like maybe like a little transparent bubble on your screen, it pops up with like a quick view as to exactly what my drone is looking at.
Oh yeah, like I forgot what game did that. Call of Duty did that with their little cameras one time. Yeah, if they did that,
yep.
And you have like it used to take away your mini map, but you still have your camera there so you can see.
Yep.
That would be pretty cool. I like that. That's a good idea. High five on that idea.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Nelly, going to someone that hasn't played season 3. What about you? Hello?
Nelly? Is it me or Nelly?
I said Nelly.
No.
Nelly.
Can he hear us? Is he broken?
Hello,
Yes,
Nelly. Okay. We'll come back to Nelly in a second. Reality, go ahead.
Technical difficulties. All right, so as far as myself with season 3, I've only played it the one time with you guys the other night, and we ended up getting 3 dubs that night, but like 2 back to back. I like what they did where they just said, "Hey, this map, done," and just came out with something new instead of pulling a Fortnite and just saying like, "Oh yeah, add,
the map is back in Fight and Flight, Fight and Fry. So it's not like it's deleted. It's not like it's deleted.
I like that though.
But I do like what you said that is no longer in main rotation. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. And I want to say it's kind of like what PUBG did with their maps, where like they had one map, but then you could essentially go to different islands, I guess. I don't know. I've never played PUBG. But having the aspect where they essentially just completely nixed the map from main rotation and main play and said, "Hey, we're going to go to this new map." And I think the new map is laid out brilliantly.
It's a lot bigger.
Just from what I played it, they're having natural terrain that can damage you, like the lava. The ability to, I guess, maneuver around the map. It seems like it's a lot larger of a map because everything around it is scaled larger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Skyscrapers. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they actually adjusted that scaling to where the map is actually a larger map. But I've noticed when we play, we don't run like right into somebody. Like we can land somewhere and not have anybody around for like the entire match, and be in like center circle from the get go. So I don't know. I feel like they did a good job.
Sorry, just to jump in real quick. That's a very good point because I feel like that's something that PUBG lacked at. Because PUBG, you can land somewhere and not see anybody for a heck of a long time, but the play style is so slow that it makes it feel like even longer. Even though in Apex you can land somewhere, like you said, in this new map and not see no one all match, because you're moving so quick, you're sliding down mountains, you're jumping around, like it makes it still fun to like, oh snap, I'm still running.
Exactly.
Like so,
you still have a faster paced gameplay, which is what drew me to Apex in the first place.
Oh yeah.
And why I never played PUBG, and B, have only played 3 rounds of Fortnite, because Fortnite is I see somebody, I'm gonna build a freaking wall rather than shoot them. It's a battle royale, shoot, right? So that's why.
So I'm just letting you know real quick. That's the 3rd time you've said that word. 4th, 5th time, you're out. Okay.
So what am I supposed to say?
Say the bad game. The
bad game.
He who should not be named.
Thou shalt not be named. A game that shall not be named. All right.
There you go.
But so yeah, and that's what drew me to Apex, is its faster pace. So moving on to Crypto, I don't like him.
Okay.
Because of A, you have to stop, activate your ability, which takes a second for you to even access the drone, and then you have to move the drone around, and then to get out of it, you can either A, recall it, which means you have to sit there and wait for it to come pretty much all the way back to you on a recall animation, or just get right out of it by pressing the button again and then leave it in place. Which I think the leaving it in place aspect is cool. But if you leave it in place, I feel it shouldn't be as loud as it is if you were moving it.
I was just about to say, I feel like it should be silent. Like, if you're in it and being still, I feel like it should make a little bit of noise. But if you come out, I feel like it should just be dead, sitting there, like, non-existent.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a great idea.
But then definitely going along with what CGI was saying, I was thinking the same thing with giving some type of movement ability after drone activation. Like, you come out of your cam, get some type of movement speed to be able to kind of get back into the game, because Apex is all about move. Now, when they introduced Wattson and then they buffed a Gibraltar and Caustic, they kind of made the game a little slower. They made it to where it was fast-paced during the main fight, but then as soon as you made it to the last circle, if you didn't have Wattson or you didn't have Caustic, and you didn't have a building to stay in, you were screwed.
Yeah.
And so Wattson and Caustic kind of made that whole lockdown capability. So I guess the introduction of Crypto at that point can help with that, because it helps you kind of locate individuals and kind of you could see those traps a little bit better.
That's a good point. I never even used them like that. Without
putting yourself in danger. So I see they're trying to obviously give counters to those that the meta. They're trying to introduce counters to that to change the meta, but I feel like they're actually trying to do the right thing with their viewership and their players.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. Like, you can go to a building and like literally go take your drone all the way around it and be like, hey, the backside door is not trapped. We can go through that way. Like, I never thought about that. That's interesting. Okay. Thank you for that. Nelly, are we back? Can you hear us? Are we good?
Yeah, no, I hear y'all loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So coming from someone that doesn't play Apex much, although you do watch a fair share of gameplay, what do you think about Season 3?
The intermediate changes that come to the eye, of course, the new character, very nice. Well, like, good design. And if you notice, they're trying to keep a nice little trend with like all the characters,
ethnicities.
Really.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So like, I like it. Like even like you know, the T-1000 would be proud of, you know, like what's the little robot's name? That was like level 1. That was level 1 Terminator. He just had to learn how to do stuff. After you know, throw some skin on him, you know what I'm saying? Give him a little more bendable, you know what I'm saying? So like that was the beginning to the Android revolution right there. So like, they really did touch base with a little bit of everything. The voice acting is very nice. The host, the intro, like the production value for the launch. Oh yeah, I'm loving what they did with that little video, the little smack talk back and forth.
Yeah.
They've had great cinematics.
Time to get off, okay, everybody.
Hold on, CG has a quick note.
But on top of what he said, did you guys see the intro video to the Fight of Fright? Fight of Fright?
I have not
I don't
yet.
think I did. No.
You guys gotta see it. It's an amazing video. Sorry, Nelly. Continue.
No,
I'll check it out as soon as we're done.
Because it's about Pathfinder. It's funny.
Oh, okay, got you.
There you go. That's his path. But yeah, like, as another person, like, as being an outsider, I used to play it, so I understand the gameplay. I mean, most people do when you play a battle royale. But is it appealing to the eye? Yeah. Does it encourage me to play? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to know about these new abilities, and you know, I'm digging the little personalization that you get to apply a little bit more. Like, it adds a little touch of class to it. So I'm digging what they're doing with the game as a whole. The new map and stuff, with the fire and ice. I'm like it's been done like 1,000 times over, but like their rendition's pretty dope. Like, there's even like, you know, you gather your weapons and you can customize them based on like what's your main attribute that you like. So I like how they're mixing all that into it. It makes it more of a complex running gunner instead of just like, oh, I get a different costume, whoop-de-doo. No, like we also get to do a little editing with the guns and stuff. So like I love the expansion. I'm looking forward to what it could become. And the new game modes definitely needed for progression. You don't want to be stagnant. As a business, you know, okay, you're good with one thing. You've built that community. They love it already. Add a few more things, see which one is working best, see which one's not working best. All right, this one will be the new addition. This one, maybe we'll wait. Maybe it's too soon.
Yep.
Like,
and
so, as a market,
if I'm not mistaken, how long is this the Halloween event? It's only a few
Probably
days,
2
right?
weeks.
2
It's
weeks
to the 30th.
Okay. See, and I like that they have a cool event, but it's not going forever. It's not a 2-month event. It's just 14 days. You can have fun.
So,
you can play it if you want.
I think they took a page out of Overwatch's book, how they do it, because they've done it for, I think they're going on 3rd year. How they have their Halloween event. They'll have a Christmas event. Probably Apex will have a Christmas event too. Who knows? And then back again. And then the next year, they'll do a different version of the event. So you could still, in Overwatch, you can still get the old skins, but then there's a whole bunch of new skins. So hopefully they'll do it like that. But they definitely pulled a page out of Overwatch's book, keeping these events pretty short and having a limited amount of time to where you get these amazing skins and stuff. Excuse me, I had a burp.
No, you're fine.
Second time. I think it's a
Double
really
bang.
great double bang, bang bang. I think it's a really great idea to take that out of their book. If they do it right, obviously. That's why they're going around for their 4th year.
Nelly, did you want to? I don't know if I had cut you off when I jumped in real quick.
no, all good.
You good?
Yeah.
I do have a closing comment though for it.
No.
Kind of going off of what CG just said, how they kind of took a book out of, you know, Overwatch and whatnot. I think like Apex came out this year. Like it hasn't even been out for a full year, and it still has the way to keep its player base. It starts dipping. Guess what? It's that time. Bam! New event. Let's get people back in here. And so I think they do a really good job, and they have a good system of individuals and management that actually pays attention to stuff like that and keeps the game readily available and new for players. Because, you know, with the game that shall not be named, like they throw things in there like all the freaking time, and it's like
every day, right?
Yeah, it's like something new floods every day, and you know that's great and that's fine and dandy, but you gotta give some people time to adapt and use what you release, and then go with something new. And I think Apex does a great job at doing that, because they're not throwing something new at you every day and be like, "Hey, spend money to get this. Spend money to get this." And so I think that's what's keeping this game great for a free-to-play game. You know, it's
absolutely. Well, I think the reason that game that shall not be named does that is because who are they going for? Kids. Kids are so quick attention, like they want something new every single day. So it makes
and they want it now.
Yeah, and they want it now. Not bro, you should have saw all the tweets and all this that I saw when only the black hole was showing for like 30-something hours. People were freaking out like it was the end of the world, like apocalypse is coming. I was like, chill, okay? Good guy. But yeah, I overall, I think we're all pretty on board with Season 3. I think we're on board with Apex being a game that's, for the time being, for the foreseeable future, is a game that's around for the long haul. So
yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. What's the best streaming service? So, obviously, there's going to be numbers involved and money and who, you know, the companies are going to say who's making the most. That means you're the best, all that good stuff. But we're going to talk about what our personal favorites are. Now, I will start off this and say something that is going to be shocking to a lot of people. I have never had nor use Netflix. I might be one of very, very few left on the planet that has not done Netflix. I
Not
have
even free trial.
No, I have not. I honestly, I have been a subscriber for about 4 months at one point, 3 or 4 months to Hulu, and I watched one show the very first day I subscribed, and then never turned it on again until I canceled it. So I'm not huge on streaming. I'm really still kind of old school with the TV, but I will. This is from the graphic that's on the screen right now. This is from CNET. I don't know if people know too much what CNET is, but CNET's a big time like I guess the easiest way to describe it is like an electronic website. I guess the easiest way to describe it is like an electronic. Sorry, I just turned on my stream and I got feedback in my ear. But it's basically like an electronic place that you can go and look up reviews, look up all types of things, right? So this is just a breakdown. There's no numbers involved. This just shows you what each thing has, what each thing is providing. It does have an editor's rating. So when I was looking at this, I saw that Netflix is the highest rated thing on CNET, but it's also tied with YouTube TV, which I think is rather newish. YouTube's been around for a while. YouTube, I think Red is what it's called, where you can watch movies and do all that type of stuff. But now YouTube offers TV, like live TV stuff, which I heard is actually really good. It seems to be pricey though. It's saying $49.99 a month, but that's that. I mean, if I guess whatever's whatever. If I had to pick one, I guess I'm going Amazon Prime because I do have Prime. I do watch movies on there. So I guess I'd go Prime, but that's probably because I haven't been on Netflix and I don't know the greatness of Netflix. But since we started with reality last time, let's go ahead and start with Nelly.
Started with CG last time.
We started with CG last time. I wanted to start reality, but you pushed me to CG.
Yeah.
So Nelly, what about you? Let's start with you, brother. What do you think is your favorite streaming service?
My favorite streaming service by far would have to be Kodi. I do appreciate it. I've had it on pretty much all my mobile devices because I'm not really big. If it's going to be on the TV, it's going to be either something I pick or TV is going to be off. So I don't need background. So you know what I'm saying? I usually don't just have like something running. I've used Hulu. I've used Netflix.
Have you ever paid for any of those, or have you just been free trials?
Yeah. No,
okay.
I actually paid for it.
Okay.
But it was just like one had more TV shows or like reruns of TV shows that I really appreciated.
Okay.
And movies that I appreciated that you probably can't find because they're probably still in VHS. Y'all remember those? So, but like, and also the other one had more documentaries. I'm a documentary after myself. I very much so like documentaries. So I binge on them. So, like one was a little bit better than the other, but no lie, Roku, what's the other one? The Fire Stick and all that jazz.
I have that.
All of them very nifty. I like it, but I guess just for the instant satisfaction, I love Kodi. Like it's just on my phone. You just click on it. You click on like, I use the Morpheus tab and I try to find like some recent movies, and they're all going to be like Blu-ray quality.
Yep.
And it's already like its own library. But also you can do a search for like documentaries only, things like that, and definitely find what you're looking for. I've definitely found some amazing.
I respect that. Okay, I've used Kodi a few times. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but I've used it a few times. I've gotten some good use out of it. I'll say that. For sure. Did you have one more point? Because I think you said and. Are you good? Good to go? Okay. Reality, what about you, man?
Alright, so I'm somebody who has been subscribed to Netflix and currently still is. I've been subscribed to Hulu. Not anymore. I've used Kodi. I haven't used the Redbox streaming. I've used Prime. But before I jump into stuff, I noticed I think Red Mist said something in chat about YouTube TV being $49 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that is for live TV. You have to think about what you're paying. If somebody is paying for DirecTV, for like cable, whatever they're paying, like monthly payment for DirecTV, what are you paying per month?
A lot.
And so that's what YouTube TV is trying to challenge. And so that's where they're bringing up the $49.99 a month, because there's a couple up there like Fubo TV and the Sony PlayStation View. All those are trying to pull live TV programs to bring to you live at a challenging rate compared to a popular live TV service.
Yeah, it's not like other things where you're viewing somebody else's live TV from another part of the country. This is actually like real TV.
Yeah. This is actual TV. So it's hard to say it's streaming, but it's streaming because you're pulling it via your internet, not via a satellite box or something. But okay, so Netflix, I can't say it's the best because Netflix is old. There's nothing new.
What's wrong with old? What's wrong with old, brother?
No. I don't mean an old. I don't mean an old application. I mean it's old. You don't have anything that is currently playing on TV as a current season on Netflix. Netflix only has old seasons.
I got you.
So if you want to, let's say Game of Thrones ever made it to Netflix, which it won't because it's a HBO thing. The most recent season was 8. You wouldn't be able to watch that until season 9 came out, and then Netflix was like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna play season 8." And so it's basically
that's fair.
What I'm trying to do. If I want to stay up to date with all my favorite TV shows and I'm not paying for TV, Hulu all day. Because that's what Hulu does is it
was made for that TV show.
Exactly. So it was made for something aired on TV. You can't watch it the same time it airs, but you'll be able to watch it within the next hour after that airing is done.
That's fair.
So you're just up to date with everybody. You can go to bed knowing that tomorrow when you go into work, there's not going to be any spoilers in your show. You know,
you can participate in the conversation.
Exactly. You can't be like, whoa! I TiVo'd it. No.
Whoa, my man said TiVo. I ain't heard that in a long time. That was the original.
So I mean, so each streaming service to their own. I kind of, as far as best, Cody, you get a little bit of everything, but it doesn't have everything, and you sometimes have to do some digging to find what you want. I'm a Kodi user, but I'm on Netflix like every other day, mostly because Netflix Kids, and so I just got a 2-year-old. Just turn that on, and she.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, you know what else? What other streaming service you watch? Twitch, because you're subscribed to all of us. Damn. CG, go ahead. Go ahead and what do you think? No. What is your favorite, and what do you think about it?
Well, I only had Netflix for like a year, so I probably use Netflix the most because of that, and I haven't used any other service. So, yeah.
Your input. So big, so amazing. What you just said. Hold on. Give me a minute to take everything in. I need to absorb what you just said. Hey, reality coming in hot with the sub. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the reminder. You crazy. No, go ahead and finish your point, CG.
So each of the streaming services, I mean, I know if I want to watch a certain show, like for instance, Game of Thrones has to be on HBO. Hulu's a lot of the TV shows. Netflix has a lot of good movies on there. Amazon Prime has a lot of, I guess, like documentary styles, I believe it is. And they have that new, what is it called? The one that Jeremy Clarkson has about the cars. It's really great. I've never even heard Redbox doing streaming. I didn't know they do that. But also, there's also the Crunchyroll for weebs. We use Crunchyroll. But other than that, it's like I only ever used Netflix, so I don't really care too much.
Well, you know what else that Netflix has going for it? None of the rest of them sound good. Like, I can't say Hulu and Chill. I can't say Kodi and Chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Netflix and chill. Like, okay, now we got something kicking off. You feel me? So that's something else that Netflix got going for. Did I go too far? Did I go too far?
Can't Redbox and chill?
You can't Redbox. I mean, Redbox and chill, huh?
What?
So I like.
No, that sounds
Redbox,
bad. Think about that. Redbox. Mm-hmm.
I like Redbox when I don't have internet or cable, and I have to like want to watch or play something too. Sometimes I'll just go over to Walmart, grab a couple Red Boxes for $1.
I've never used Redbox.
You never used Redbox?
That's not necessarily streaming.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like back before Redbox was a streaming services, I was up in New Jersey with no internet for like a month and a half, trying to get back down here, and I was like, all right, there's like 3 Red Boxes right here.
What a horrible life. No internet for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Hey, can I have a moment of silence for the original game rental, Blockbuster?
Blockbuster video, baby.
Hey,
That's for you, baby.
but wait, they're not all gone. They're not all gone yet. My buddy in Alaska still goes to one every week. Yeah.
Wow. I will say I went to. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nelly.
Oh no, I was about to do a little random bullshit. Hey.
I will tell you that me and Tiff, when they were shutting down, we went to like 7 different Blockbusters around the area and just bought up a bunch of Blu-rays for like $3, $4. We went in on that, boy. I tell you. Blockbuster video. Wow, what a difference. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
Wow.
That was my ish. And don't forget also that Dr. Disrespect is the back-to-back Blockbuster gaming channel.
1992, 1993, back-to-back, 2 times Blockbuster World Champion.
People are like, what are you even talking about?
Hey.
92 and 93? Shit.
But guys,
I was 0 and I was 1.
Yeah. What about Hollywood videos though?
Hollywood Video?
Yeah.
That had nothing on Blockbuster, bro. Come on.
No,
come on.
Hollywood what?
But if you want to get like more discounts, that's where you went.
Wow, did you see what Red just said in the chat? I bought my first adult movie from Blockbuster. Yes, Red.
Yeah.
Yes, Red. Okay, so before this gets out of hand, let's go into topic number 3. I don't want this to go any further. Moving on into topic 3. Into topic 3. Is soccer?
What was the title?
Is soccer in the U.S. getting bigger? So I will say, I would say
none of those are U.S. players.
Flashback. Because there's no good US. Anyway, flashback. I'm just playing. I just grabbed the most famous soccer players. So, flashback to like 2015. I could care less about soccer. Could care less at all. Like, didn't give a crap. Yes, sir.
Who are they?
So on the top is Lionel Messi. On the bottom is Neymar. On the right is Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi plays for Argentina in the World Cup. Neymar plays for Brazil.
I know Messi and I know Ronaldo. And that's
I'm sorry,
what's Messi's full name?
Lionel Messi, something like that.
What about Neymar?
Neymar, I've only ever heard him. I've watched him play now probably 20, 30 times. They've never said anything else but Neymar. So I'm imagining he has one name.
I'm pretty sure it's Neymar Jr. though.
Oh, okay, sorry, Junior. And then Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay.
There you go.
But World Cup came around.
You're frozen again.
World Cup came around, and I could care less until one of my coworkers was like, dude, just watch a couple games. And I'm not going to say I fell in love with soccer, but it gave me a new understanding of like, yo, this game is actually pretty tight if you can just sit there and watch it and understand what you're looking at. It's pretty cool to watch. And I've watched now a few World Cups. I've yet to be to a live game other than my university, other than my college when I would go just because, rah, I gotta support my school. But I didn't at that point. Yeah, I was up in the stands like, yeah. But other than that, I would never like. I was just like, whatever. But so I just wanted to read something real quick that I found on. It was a sporting magazine website. It said the popularity of soccer, both in participation and interest, is increasing in the U.S. There's no doubt doubting that. According to a 2018 Gallup poll, 7% of Americans cited soccer as their favorite sport to watch, while 9% preferred America's pastime, baseball. Not only is soccer growing as a whole in the U.S., but Major League Soccer, MLS, the top domestic league, has experienced a 27% rise in interest since 2012. Now, if you think about that in terms of an entire nation, 27% growth, that's pretty impressive. And this was April of 2019 that this article was written. So that was this year. So a seven year span, it's gone up 27% in interest. So I will say, and yes, I played FIFA nonstop on PlayStation. Yes, once I got into soccer, I was all about FIFA. Thank you, Tiff, for reminding me. But soccer is an amazing sport. I will say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it will never surpass American football here in America. I think football and then basketball has gained a lot of popularity recently, so it's kind of rivaling a little bit football, but American football, but I don't think anything's ever going to take American football's place in America. That's just my thought. So we started with CG once, started with Nelly once. Reality is searching something, though. Are you ready to go, Reality, or you want me to give you a minute?
Give me just a minute.
Okay, so Nelly, CG, which one do you guys want to go? Okay, CG, go ahead. Fire away, brother.
So I just want to say I played soccer as a kid because who didn't, right?
I didn't.
Okay, well, then you need to go back and relive your childhood.
Oh, wow, okay.
There's a little one in soccer right now. This program starting up. You go, to the local fields. Anyways, I think as a whole, if you look at any other country, whenever they do any kind of soccer event, football, if you will, event, they always go to the locals and you see how they play. You can play soccer anywhere with just 2 cones anywhere, 2 shoes, two anything. Mm-hmm. We used to do it. It's such an easy sport to play. There's no rules besides, don't fight each other. Don't cross the back line.
So do you think, to cut you off real quick, do you think that that's the main reason that it's the biggest sport in the world, like globally, because it's the easiest thing to get a hold of to play?
You could play with just about anything.
I think it is the easiest sport to play, not the easiest sport on your body. It's easy to pick up. No, it's definitely easy to pick up, easy to learn, and easy to know what to do. You don't need to do all these fancy, bicycle kicks and rainbow kicks to play the sport. You could just, go around, kick a ball, get in the goal, boom, score. But for soccer as a whole, our women's team is the best team in the world. Our men's team, they suck. They just lost to Canada. Like, who loses to Canada?
Okay.
Right?
I love all my Canadians.
But let's talk about the MLS. It is where a lot of people go when they want, if they're in other countries where they go to play an easy game. Because, yes, as a whole in the country, we're terrible at soccer. And that's because we don't have that many soccer fans yet. But as you see, it's rising. Now, the cool thing about us down here is 2020, we're having an expansion team for MLS with Club International de Miami.
Nice.
It's gonna be from Beckham. He is the main contributor of the team, and they're gonna be our first real MLS soccer team for us. That I'm hoping it's already expanding our fan base down here. I've seen a lot of people now. If no one in chat knows, I work for one of the #1 retailers in sports, and it has grown ever since the launch of our products for this new soccer team. a lot more people are coming in, buying soccer equipment, playing. Just buying shin guards,
Nice.
buying more cleats. We already have a huge growth in soccer players. So that combating with all around the U.S., I know our market is growing. I think as a whole, as a country, we want to get better. So that is one of the easier sports for us to let our kids play. A lot of people, unfortunately, are scared to play football now. And, some people are saying baseball now is a little too boring. But soccer as a whole, you're out there, you're running. It's a really fun sport to play. If you guys have not played it, just go outside, run around and kick a ball around. Balls are like $20. Go get a couple buddies and use 2 trees. You can play soccer anywhere.
You really can.
I think soccer is an amazing sport. It needs more love, and I think it is going to come around. I think we're getting the World Cup in 2027. I want to say. That's an odd number. It's 2026. Sorry, I could be wrong. I know that we're definitely getting the World Cup soon. So.
Nice.
Which is great.
I wouldn't mind going to a World Cup game because I think my friend, I know one of my friends, one of my coworkers went to a World Cup. They traveled, went to them, and you literally get all the games for one ticket price. Like you pay one price, and you're there all day. Like that's dope.
Sorry. I just Googled it. It says we successfully got the bid for 2022. World Cup, which has won. I don't know. So, we will host in 2026. Yes, we got the bid in 2010. We were unsuccessful in 2022. We will get it 100% in 2026.
Sweet. Does it say where in the U.S.
85.
Or is it played in multiple?
It'll be played in multiple cities. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, good. I'm good.
Nelly. What do you think about soccer growing in the U.S.?
I definitely feel like it's something that's 100% happening. Like I say, ever since they started bringing more blowhorns, like I don't know what happened after that. When the World Cup went to Brazil, there was a fire in the booty of soccer fanatics. And once again, like Chicago is the giant melting pot. Like for real. So like we're just getting a whole bunch more of the Latin countries coming over here. And they definitely take their soccer very seriously. In Jamaica, it's not looked to be a big thing, but soccer
the Islanders,
is their main sport. Like so it's everywhere. Like it is a very big and universal sport. Like for those who don't really like CGI said, not everyone can do football. Some people don't need all the extra contact. But for the most part, every country in the world, they have a soccer club or teams there available. For us to be able to expand the way we have been, it's wonderful to see. It's wonderful that we're getting a little bit more diverse in our cultures when it comes to the games. Like, who knows one day, like cricket's going to be the big hot tamale to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know.
Or croquet, as simple as a croquet game is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just competition. I think we appreciate competition a lot.
See, the only thing about that is I don't know if those types of things will grow in the U.S. because the U.S. is all about high scoring, high flying, go. Like U.S. people are very like weird like that. Like we'd rather go to a football game and see it be 70-65 than be like 7-6. It was a heck of a defensive game. So that's why I think soccer was never received like it is in the rest of the world because we 1-0 after an hour and a half. Like Americans are like, what is this? Or even 0-0. Yeah, like, and that's the way I was before my coworker finally got me to sit down and watch a game, and then I was like, yo, this is even when they like it's 0-0 and it's like minute 85. They've had some crazy shots, and I've been like, oh, so close, come on, baby, like I really got into it, so. I hear you though.
Yeah, because I feel like that just opening someone's eyes like that, but like I also feel like when you're watching a sport, you need to be in the atmosphere to watch sports. You can't just be like, I'm bored. There's no other sports on. I'll give this a watch. You're not giving it 100% of your attention. When you go and like what's happening Just like in football, it's playoffs and stuff. I don't even go for this team, but I'm going to a party for this team.
Yeah.
Just because I want to make sure the other team loses. So come on, where's that defense? I don't root for this goddamn team, but I'm cheering on it like I'm in a bandwagon.
Yep.
Because like it invokes that reaction out of you.
Yo,
So that's what I do.
This man's good at cheering. I've seen him cheer.
That's the way I've been told about hockey. I don't watch hockey at all, but I've been told by numerous people, go to a game, you'll be hooked.
You have to.
And so
it's best sport on ice. Lacrosse is cool to watch.
I'm like that with lacrosse because sometimes they'll have like the Navy versus the Army, and you just see that good hand, like the hand-eye coordination, like fake spin move, side shot, like
around the
lefty.
neck.
No, not even around the neck. Like he'll crank up, but then he'll switch after he spins on you. So it's already back to back, and he's a lefty shooter. He's just been faking the right hand the whole time. I'm like,
the whole match.
Like okay, like that trick ain't gonna work again. But whoo, that was buttery.
For that one moment. All right, reality. What about you, sir?
All right, so I did a little bit of research with stuff because as soon as we talked about this, the first thing that popped into my head was one deal. But before I jump into that, I want to talk about how you were talking. We would rather see a game be 70-65 as Americans.
I said 63.
And
whatever. I'm just saying.
Anyways, if following football and NFL, like that's what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
If you've noticed, the scoring of NFL games over the last 10 years has increasingly, on average, essentially skyrocketed. We used to have a lot of games that were real close, under 20 points. And now to see a game under 20 points is like, wow, that was just a very shitty game.
Yeah.
When in reality, was it? A game under 20 points means those teams played one hell of a defensive game.
Yeah.
Which is good, and it's good football to watch. Hockey, gotta go see a game. Reason being, when you go to a hockey game, it may very well end in a 0-1, 0-0 score with overtime and playing. And you're like, wow, well, this isn't any fun. But unlike soccer that may have that low score, hockey guys ain't afraid to get hit. And they ain't afraid to hit back.
And lose some teeth.
Soccer, exactly. Soccer is he bumped into me. Oh, my arm. Oh.
All right. We're not here to clown on soccer. Okay.
No,
I do think it's getting ridiculous, though.
They're phenomenal athletes. I've seen some terrible soccer injuries. Nah, no way.
For 90 minutes straight?
I'm good. Take me out, coach.
But so with the increasing popularity in the United States, tying into what CG said at the start, is it's easy to pick up because what's one of the things that we do as individuals when we see a round object on the ground?
I shoot it.
Kick it. You kick it.
Just any size round object.
Honestly,
is to kick it.
Every single morning when I'm walking into work, every rock I see that's a little bit kickable, I'm kicking it. So, yep.
And so, it's just it's so easy, and you can be done with anything, and that's one of the reasons why it's the easiest to pick up anywhere in the world, at any time by any financial positioned family, right? So those that are of wealth or not of wealth at all, and it's easy to pick up. But a growing aspect in the United States, I think is because, as CG stated, it's easy to learn or it's easy to get into. But I think one of the biggest growing populations for it is the fact that we're the United States. We're a melting pot. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So what I was looking up immigration statistics of the entire U.S., not just one specific country or race. Yeah. And so sitting here, the website I'm using, it's from the Migration Policy Institute. They've stated as of 2017, approximately 14% of the overall United States population are immigrants. As a whole.
That's awesome.
Now of those 14%, Where's the numbers at? Oh, those
Bro, you
14%.
had like 15 minutes to get this.
I know,
together.
I know. They're all like spread out. Of those 14%, like 7% of them are from South American countries.
Okay.
Or I say 7% of the 14, or 7% with 14. So half of the 14% are from South American countries. Like 5% of them are from Mexico or Central America. I guess Central America.
Central, yeah.
Then we're talking Asian, European countries out for the remainder of that. So even in Europe, this is huge. Soccer is big. It's a worldwide sport. Same thing in the Asian countries, South America, Central America. It's large everywhere but here. But with the growing amount of individuals, because we've gone from 5% in the, I guess, like 1970, 1980, 5% of the U.S. population were immigrants, and now we're sitting at 14% over the course of 25 years. So at that population trend, like more people come in, they kind of spark an interest, and one person turns into two into four into eight, and then they start sparking interest in more and more people.
Brain. Big brain.
And I only know that because, kind of like you said, you had somebody push you, say, hey, watch a game and see how you like it. Back when I was in California, same thing. I worked with a bunch of people, huge soccer fans, and they were just like, "Dude, just sit down and watch a game." I mean, they were FIFA every day, like, and then like, just, "Hey, come to the bar, watch a game." All right. I tend to watch any sport that's ever on TV, but like soccer came on, I was like, "Man, that's kind of boring." And then it's like, oh,
yeah,
and then you're just like, okay, and then you're like, next thing you know, you're a little closer to the TV, and then you're closer, and then you're like standing up, and you're like. And so I get, the speed of the game feels like it's long because it's 90 minutes. You feel like 90 minutes should take forever. But then when you're like watching the game, 90 minutes goes by like that.
Yeah, you're like, wait, I wanted to see more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think somebody brought up the baseball, how soccer is going up but baseball is declining. And one of the things with that is the fact that baseball games are taking longer and longer.
Yeah.
And so the last couple of years, they've tried to significantly reduce that with the amount of times you could do pitcher changes.
Yeah.
The if a pitcher comes in, they have to stay in for at least X amount of batters or X amount of pitches, because all that stuff drags games out. And next thing you know, you have a 9-inning game going 3.5 hours, and nobody wants to sit there for that. And so that's just one of those, the American pastime. I feel like it's still there, and the want to be there and enjoy it is there, but just the time. People don't have the time to sit there and watch a 3-hour game. Yeah. They got lives to get on with, and so on and so forth. So as far as U.S. the soccer growing in the United States, I think it's great. And I feel like it's an upward trend with especially the World Cup coming here, in 8 years or 7 years. But I feel like we're on the way up. It's just now starting. I feel like we're brand new to this sport, and now we've got to kind of build up, even though it's kind of been around forever. Because again, I played soccer growing up too. It's just easy for us to get into, and then we just kind of phase it out. But I feel like as more and more kids stay into it, that skill level is going to increase. As Red Mist was saying, countries take potential talent and put them in school and say, hey, you're going to go to the school, but you're going to focus on soccer because you have this potential. Yep. And so they essentially breed their talent. And I feel like that's going to be potentially where we go in the avenue that we try to take.
Yeah, they breed their, just like in other sports, like in basketball, you have overseas, you have people that are 14 playing in professional leagues, so that by the time they get 18 and they're in the league, they're technically rookies to the league, but they've been playing against grown men for the last 4 years. So, like, just a perfect example is Luka Doncic on the Dallas Mavericks. Like, he was a rookie last year, but he's been playing pro basketball since he was like 13. So he was like, it's whatever, dog. Like, been playing against people just like this. But I like soccer being a thing because that's just another avenue for kids to get outside still. And not just sit in the house and game like we do now.
But see, like,
yes, sir.
The way y'all brought it up when it comes to the kids, I feel like that's the main thing. Like, because what CGI brought up, look, it all intertwines. But like what CGI brought up with the fact that maybe some parents don't want your kid to go to school because like you want to join the football team? Why not soccer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that used to be like the joke in some sitcoms, like soccer. Like, but now with injuries getting as far as they are, and then like there's actual proper training for how to tackle somebody and things of that nature. Some parents are forcefully putting their kids into somewhat of a safer sport.
Yeah.
But like me growing up, or like at least my generation growing up, we all wanted to either be football players or basketball players. It wasn't until high school that I found lacrosse and I found my favorite sport. But like there's also other people like my nieces and nephews, and y'all said kids, that reverted my whole thought processes because both my nieces and nephew play soccer. None of them play basketball. None of them play baseball. And it's like, really? All 7 of y'all. No one here wants to shoot hoop. Nobody.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. But it's like, everybody got a soccer ball in the house.
Yep. Parents are
I
like,
have 6 soccer balls here.
Yeah. Parents are like, why don't we change the double O in football and turn it into a U? Make it football. Come on. Let's go play soccer.
That was
a reach. Did I mess up again?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys, it's over. We're done.
Well, actually,
I do have one comment based off of what Nelly and CG said about that proper tackling and everything.
Mhm.
It's hard to teach a kid how to properly tackle, and so when they're at that young of an age and they just kind of like run around, they all chase the football. I think that's okay. Once they start getting a little larger, they haven't had the proper practice or the time to build the correct technique to tackle appropriately, and so that's when those injuries can occur. That's deterring a lot of parents away, and so I feel that's kind of where the disconnect is coming in, is between the runt stage of 5 and 6 year olds running around with pads on and whatnot, just kind of running into each other and plopping down, to actually hitting them. I feel like from there to kind of the junior high age, 10, 11, there needs to be more implementation of appropriate and safer techniques so they don't get injured at that young age and then can move on to high school with the proper tackling techniques into the college and into the NFL. And so, and the thing with soccer is you don't got to worry about that. You get a ball, you play.
No, yeah. I still have not decided if Cal wants to play football. I still don't know yet if I'm gonna let him. And that's something that even when he was born 4 years ago, it wasn't even a thought. I was like, heck yeah, you want to play some football? That's what I did. Let's do it. But now it's like, let's play some badminton. You like badminton, bro? Let's do it. Let's hit this birdie around. I just don't know yet.
So on top of what we're saying, I just got a notification. What's his name? Patrick Mahomes did
dislocate his kneecap.
Have a knee issue.
Yep.
On that. I don't want to transfer this topic into another topic. Maybe it's a topic for next week or in the future. But I don't blame parents for not wanting their kids to play football. But I don't think they have the right to say no if that kid wants to play that sport. No offense to you if you tell Cal not to or not.
None taken.
I just personally if I had a kid, I'm not at that point yet. But if my kid wants to play, I played. Go ahead. We'll get proper training. We'll try our best.
No, I completely hear you on that.
You never know when he might be a superstar that you're holding back. Not like I said. Once again, no offense to anyone here or in our stream or chat that doesn't want to play, but coming from my profession where I work, I think if someone wants to play, just let them have a chance. You know what I mean?
My only rebuttal to that is a lot of things internally change when you finally have a kid.
Yeah,
it's actually
a lot mentality. Yeah. So you might think that now, but who knows? Once you finally hold that kid, you might be like, You're never leaving the house. Like you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like I can't say it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. I just like I wouldn't want when I told my parents I was gonna play football. They're like, let's do it. You know, awesome. You're not playing fucking Call of Duty, so. So.
And now here you are playing Apex. So. And Call of Duty.
Yeah, hey, but I'm getting paid for it.
Amen,
so
brother. Look, Mama made it.
All right.
Well, so I have been taking a look through chat here and there. I have not seen any questions, but
I haven't either.
I will say this. We have been doing the Chatterbox now for an hour and 10 minutes, so I think we kind of reached our apex, if you will. So
Pun intended.
You like that? Have I taken it too far again? That's number 3. 3 strikes, I'm out. That's baseball.
Is it?
Red card. Red card.
So I think we should go ahead and call it. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. I think we should go ahead and call it. What do you guys think? It's been a good episode. I think we talked good. I think we had some good discussions. Had some good topics. I think we were well prepared for this episode. Had some good facts. So I like it. Any last words, Nelly?
That was ugly.
That's your last words?
Nah. Y'all already know what it is, man. Yo, thank you everybody for being here. Hope y'all having a beautiful, blessed morning, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. But yo, appreciate everybody over here doing what they do and listening. And I hope y'all have a wonderful one.
CG.
Oh, thank you guys for hanging out and being part of our awesome community. Don't forget to always game on another level. And just a quick shout out, I will be having a birthday stream October 25th, the day before my birthday. If you guys want to check me out there, my link is over there in the chat. See you then.
Thank you. Reality?
I'll think about that, CG. I'll keep that in mind. October 25th, you said?
Yeah.
That sounds like the same day that Call of Duty's released.
Is it really?
I don't know if I'm going to make it. No. But it was really good to be back. I'm glad I jumped in here. You know, we always have a good time, good conversation. Thank you to everybody that came out. Click the link in YouTube when this gets posted, whatever the case may be, to come watch this video and, you know, enjoy your reality because it's yours. And if it sucks, that's what video games are for.
Did you just make that up?
I feel like you should have practiced a little bit.
Hold on. Did you like spit that out just randomly?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I liked it. If it was random, I liked it. If you wrote it down and that's what you came up with, it was terrible. But if you just made that up, A+ to you. I like it.
All right,
I got A's. I made it. Thank you. I'd like to.
We're gonna call it a night, man. It's been fun. Honestly, I think
A+, baby. I made it, guys.
I think this was actually probably from front to end one of our best episodes. Episode 2 of season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it in chat. Like Reality said, it will be up on YouTube here shortly. Hopefully by tomorrow, I will post in my Instagram and Twitter when it does go live on YouTube, and I will let them know so that they can let you and their community know. The link is in my chat right now to get to CGI, Reality, and Nelly's stream. Go ahead and click that and click the follow button if you're not already followed.
Until maybe it's that way.
That way somewhere. Until next week, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's your boy Nelly, CG, Reality, and I'm JD the Gamer. We'll see you next time. Peace.